Got the Porsche that I've done a detail with interior dye, exterior paint, wash and sealant. I'll actually show you guys how the dye is holding up on the interior, and it's actually looking really good. Well, first we're gonna do the maintenance wash. Now ongoing basis customer. It seems like a lot of people they are into detailing, auto detailing, trying to start this business. They like more motivational speeches. Guys, I'm not that good at motivational speeches, but I just try to show a little bit of my life, a little bit of my business, where I started, where I went. I started with just a headlight restoration to a full detail with dye, now glass replacement. Yeah, you gotta start somewhere, guys. But I hope you enjoy the rest of this. Seats are holding up beautifully, and it sits outside, so I'm still surprised. Look at the interior. This is what means to set up an ongoing basis customers. You get cleaner vehicles, easier for you to work. Wow, look at that. Motivational speaking again. I gotta get back to work, guys. I'm just gonna try to multitask here. A lot of people obviously subscribe or watch. Most subscribers are trying to start their own detailing, I guess. I guess I can just tell where I've started a little bit. So I don't know if that's gonna help you guys out. Just, try to be some talk, I guess. How did I start here? I just literally started with a headlight restoration. This was kind of like an accident type deal. I had a personal card. I had some stuff in the car for headlight restoration, buffer, and I would go around try to do some headlight restoration. Pull into a big old parking lot, find a whole bunch of cars with bad headlights, and I would put out some business cards. They weren't professional. They were just like homemade ones, I literally haven't had much luck with headlight restoration, but I didn't give up. I was still in it, and I've actually decided I'm gonna go and start detailing. Well, where do I start with that? Didn't want to really start at a house. I had to figure out where would I take ground that was mobile detailing. I've done like very unwise decisions, like going with Yellow Pages, Valley Yellow Pages, AT&T Yellow Pages. Nobody ever looks in the books no more, and I don't know why. You know what? But you go as you learn, or you go as you learn as you go. There you go. That's not the way to go with advertising. Some people can buy into your business just by you coming up and talking to them. Yes, that's fact. It's not going to be a real customer, but you got to start somewhere. Most likely they're not going to pay a lot. It'll be probably, not a Ferrari. I went with a website, and I know I had to advertise the website. Yeah, you know what? It's going to be just a fast-paced explanation, not too much in detail. Hopefully, that it'll give you a little bit of starting your own business. Not everything goes as you guys plan. Like I said, this was kind of an accidental business. Headlight restoration, I saw that there was no money in it. But I was like, I might just pull, a little more time, try to do a little more services, get some money here and there. And as soon as I knew, I just had to go all in. I always do that for some reason. Anything I do, when I do details, That's why I stay away from details. I freaking I'm not slow, but I try to do a good job, and I go into more than I'm supposed to do. If that makes sense, then that's why it takes me so long. So that's how it happened too, accidental, you know, starting with headlight restoration, going into, you know, this big old detailing part, like it doesn't even fit on the camera now. Plus auto detailing, mobile detailing. Now I started seeing that I built this setup, you know, small little van, small tools. Yeah, what I got set up right now, that's not how it was. You know, I had to start something, and you know what? Just once I had that little setup, I knew I had to get some customers. You know, screw up with the AT&T Yellow Pages. I jumped onto website, got the website built. All right, website sitting there. I'm like, but I built a website, how come it's not working? Little did I know, there's something called, you gotta advertise your website. So as soon as I advertised the website, bam, that was like, you know, a year later, year and a half. And I finally started seeing some results. Person would call here and there. Okay, it is important to advertise your business. Just word of mouth, you're doing physical work, you chasing after the customer. If you prefer doing that, you going out and chasing them, you can do that. But now, I like it when it's the opposite way. You know, the customer chases you. At this point, where I'm set up, oh, actually, yeah, the guys that are new to the channel, this is not my shop. I'm just borrowing some shop because I want it to look cool. I don't know. He might look exactly like me though. When you're chasing customers, you're willing to do anything. That means from major detail to stuff that you don't even want to do or not supposed to do. You know, you go above and beyond. Did I say that right? Above and beyond? I think so. And that was my problem. Every time I was chasing a customer before my setup of the website where the people started calling me, and that's where I knew I would have to figure out how to work a little easier. You know, details are hard versus a car wash, right? That's one of the things that I was actually on top of trying to figure out. Some customers that called me found me on the website, so I offered them a maintenance package. If you guys don't know what the maintenance package is, it's just, you just make up the name yourself, okay? So what I decided to do that is vacuum, wipe down, windows, door jams, wash exterior, wash the wheels, jams, tire dressing, and voila, you got a maintenance package. It takes about 45 minutes. And I prefer doing that over a detail. Not all the customers took that offer, but I kept going little by little. With the, you know, I started in 2008, right? On second year, I believe. That's when I've started offering to every single person. Some actually customers that asked me themselves, they're like, hey, can you wash my vehicle every week? Do a maintenance package just where I don't have to take it to the car wash, don't have to waste my time, that type of deal. Because I got about 10, okay, fine, 5 to 6, 7 cars, and I can't drive them all, and it just would make sense. Now, I started really cheap with $30 per vehicle. Wasn't enough, you know, but I kept going because I was doing it by myself. But then as I grew, I've changed up the price, 50, 60. Oh. I kept doing that for every customer that I got through the website until I filled up my Monday through Friday schedule. At that point, I was still working Saturday, and I filled every single person. Ongoing maintenance wash. Let me just open up my calendar. You know, kind of don't want to or share this kind of information, but you know, sometimes you just. Okay, so this is my ongoing customers. This is not anything set up for, you know, a detail or anything like that in the shop. This is where I've set up throughout, you know, those years, little by little. August, September, October, November, December, January 2018, February 2018. Yeah, it keeps going. Unless they call and cancel, that's what happens. I take it off the calendar. Monday through Friday, as you guys saw, I got it all down to customers. And I finally, when I started actually liking the progress, I took Saturday off now. So Sundays and Saturdays, I'm completely free. Quick scenario why I decided to go with the wash service versus try to stay away from detail. Let's say a roughly estimate average package for a car sedan. 250, 300 bucks, right? And let's say it takes you 2.5, 3.5, 4.5 hours for that kind of vehicle. So if you count that, let's round it up, 250, right? And it takes me about, let's say 4, not 3.5, not 4.5, but just let's say 4 hours. What does that lead me? That's about $62.50 an hour, right? Average hour, say. Now, if I do a wash service, it takes me 45 minutes and I get 50, 60 bucks. So what happens if I do 4 hours and I average 45 minutes? You know, because I charge 50 for cars and 60 for trucks, minivans, SUVs. Let's do 55 just to split the difference. 55 times 4, what is that? 220, right? Wait, did I do that right? Well, if I didn't, you know the right math. You probably sit down on a calculator and did it. For 4 hours, and you don't spend too much chemicals, just, you know, it's a wash service, it's a basic, you just have a bucket of water with a microfiber, wiping out the dust, you don't spray any chemicals, none of that stuff. Only tire dressing and soap. On windows, I just use water with rubbing alcohol. That's just my opinion, guys. Believe in yourself with what you're trying to achieve. Dang, I am just so good with this motivational speech today. What's gotten into me today? I don't know. Kind of just broke it down for you. This is where I'm sitting at right now, Monday to Friday, all the wash services. Let's just say if I do about 8 to 10 cars every day, but it's not. Don't worry, it's not. Sometimes it is more, but there is days where it's less vehicles. But imagine 50, 60 bucks, you do the math for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then for details. You know, unless you're a sloppy detailer and you just go like, hour and a half, I got you. I got you on a full detail. I don't think that's a detail. I'm just quite honest. Well, yeah, I decided to take that route. This is where now my next step towards YouTube. You know, I can't always be, you know, giving you guys, you know, this kind of speech because honestly it takes me a lot of time. Luckily I had time today and I like doing this. This is my favorite part, you know. Honestly, you know, I just come home later after I did the edit and put on, you know, YouTube, and then, you know, I watch it, I'm like, oh yeah, oh man, look at this guy, he's so, and I ask my wife like, hey babe, what did you think about the video? Oh, it's good, it's good. I'm like, yeah, you like that guy, don't you? Whoever wants to detail, you guys rock on. Stay strong, do the details. I prefer, you know, easier option. If you go watch my previous videos, vlogs, I do bring in details. And some of them I do show how long it takes me. It takes me forever to finish a detail. I'm not saying, hey, start declining details. No, at all. No. I just take in first what's easier. And then if I have a customer, ongoing basis customer said, hey, totally, let's skip next week. I'm gonna be out of town. And then I'm on the phone like, okay, who's calling? You work around your schedule. You try to keep your schedule busy as much as possible. So when you have the set contracts, you just wake up in the morning, you have the time set, you go out, you do your thing. You see this? You gotta keep it close. You know, you might need to throw it in the trash. I get it, for an older person, you know, that's all they know. They don't know about electronics, computer, cell phone, whatever.